You're this perp back with another video, and I just got done checking out the brand new comedy on Netflix called You People. This is starring the great Eddie Murphy, also starring Jonah Hill, has Nia Long in here. We have Lauren London. We also have Julia Louise Dreyfus. Is that how you pronounce her name? I've seen her in a lot of things. People have seen her in a lot of things. She's no newcomer to anything. And a bunch of other people that kind of surprised me in this cast, like Mike Epps. I'm tired of seeing Lala's ass in here, but this was a fascinating movie, in my opinion. I think people might be mixed with it. But I want to say this, though. It's been a long time since I've enjoyed a comedy. I haven't enjoyed a comedy since, like, Dolomite, to be honest. But there hasn't been many good comedies lately. You know, if we compare from early 2000s, even going back to the 90s, 80s, et cetera, et cetera. So watching this and seeing the trailer, I could see a lot of people being turned off by the trailer and thinking like, oh, this is going to be one of those woke movies and preachy and yada, yada, yada. I would say, to an extent, there are parts of this movie that does get kind of preachy, but I feel like there's some good in this movie as well. So you have Jonah Hill's character that goes by the name of Ezra. He is pretty much this white boy, this Jewish white man that, is very much into black culture, and even has a best friend that they have a podcast that they do together where they talk about the culture. They talk about black culture and whatnot. And then she comes across Lauren London's character, Amira. And Amira is kind of, just fed up with the same old, and just doesn't feel like the people that she's coming in contact are real or just authentic or genuine. And how these two kind of cross paths are it's kind of interesting. But what ends up happening is Ezra and Amira end up falling for each other to the point where they're ready for marriage. But before they can even get to that step, they have to meet each other's parents. Where this is where there's a lot of tones from like Meet the Parents meets Guess Who. That's like the best blend I could say, which would describe this movie best. And that's where the funny stuff comes in, because you have Ezra's family, which they are all Jewish, and then you have Amira's family that is Muslim. So you have two completely different cultures like kind of clashing here, on top of just the black and white aspect as well. So that just kind of gets into some interesting things, where you'll have a situation where Amira meets Ezra's mom and her family and sees how tone deaf they are, and then Ezra goes to meet Amira's father and mother, which Amira's father is played by Eddie Murphy. He goes by the name of Akbar. His real name is Woody, though. And you just see that he has a hard time trying to oppress Akbar, or Woody, or Amira's father, however you want to kind of reference him as. And it's fascinating. It's fascinating to me because it's like, I feel like if you are in a interracial relationship, you could definitely relate with this movie, because this stuff definitely happens. Me being a black man, if I was dating a white girl or a white woman, you know what I'm saying? Definitely, I've come across families that are completely tone deaf. They just don't understand or can't grasp the cultural differences, to where it just becomes, very off-putting. So people that have these interracial relationships could definitely relate with this movie. The comedy, I feel like, was really well done in this, especially the whole dinner scene where they all come together and the whole Farrakhan kind of bit, that was funny to me. That's where I feel like the movie really peaked at. I was very invested in it, and I like that Jonah Hill really proves that he can act, bro. He's been really proving himself from Superbad to just stepping behind the camera with mid-90s. Now just being on screen with Eddie Murphy. And hell, I would have never thought to see Eddie Murphy, Jonah Hill, and Mike Epps on screen together. Like that was really dope. It's just dope to kind of see each like family kind of learning from one each other, and them kind of putting their bullshit aside for the sake of just love. You know, it's very corny. It's very corny. At times, I could see some people not liking certain directions where it goes towards the end. Like, it does become a bit preachy, a little too on the nose, but I enjoyed this movie for the most part. If you've seen this movie, let me know your thoughts of it in the comments below. Yeah, till next time, I'm out. Peace.